CTV News with Jack Morse.
As to how they know each other or how that led to the altercation, we're not entirely sure.
New charges tonight as investigators put the pieces together after a group fight caught on camera. Thank you for joining us. A swinging machete and fists flying. Police are still working to put together the minutes that led to a brawl outside Bear Creek Secondary School earlier this week. CTV's Luke Samard has been following this story. Luke, what can you tell us?
Well, Jack, another teen has been arrested in the fight that has been circulating widely online. Police say they have arrested a minor who possessed a machete at a home in Barrie. A video posted to social media of a violent fight between students has resulted in another arrest by Barrie police. Police say he is a 15-year-old wielding a machete.
We allege it's the male that was using the weapon during that altercation, and he has since been charged and taken into custody.
The teen, who cannot be named under the Youth Criminal Justice Act, faces a total of 6 charges, including carrying a concealed weapon, possession of a weapon for a dangerous purpose. The graphic brawl, posted on several social media sites, show a group of people gathered around 2 teens fighting, with a third joining in with a machete. Police say that machete was never taken out of its sheath.
It obviously looks disturbing when you see someone swinging around what's obviously a machete. We were able to determine that the weapon is sheathed, so you're not having the sharp edge. It's still a serious thing to have involved with it.
Police have released limited information surrounding the investigation and would not disclose if those involved were known to each other.
We believe that the 2 groups knew each other in some fashion, but as to how they know each other or how that led to the altercation, we're not entirely sure.
The uproar on social media regarding the fight, leaving police to drown out the noise and focus on the investigation at hand and ignore social media sites propagating clicks.
People just have to keep in mind that short video clips don't give you the full context of what's actually happening or what's led up to an incident.
A second 15-year-old was arrested yesterday and faces an assault charge. A letter from the principal of Bear Creek Secondary School was sent to parents and guardians today and said in part, it has been identified that this incident involves students from a number of area schools. The Simcoe County District School Board students that were involved have received appropriate consequences as a result of their actions. Now, the teen police say who had the machete appeared in court today and was released to a surety who pledged $1,000. He was released on conditions including he cannot go to the school, has a curfew, and cannot possess weapons. The teen will reappear in court in May to face the charges. Reporting live, I'm Luke Samar. Jack, we'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Luke. The province's Special Investigations Unit has invoked its mandate after an incident in Penetanguishene. It happened just before 9 Wednesday night at a home on Wolf Street. Police say officers were responding to a disturbance when a person was taken into custody. During that arrest, the person was hurt. The SIU investigates reports of police involvement in death, injury, or allegations of sexual assault. A 32-year-old Barrie man who police say was behind the wheel of a transport truck caught smuggling drugs and tobacco across the border remains in jail tonight. CTV's Mike Arcelidis reports.
Appearing in a St. Catharines virtual courtroom from a Niagara jail, a Barrie transport truck driver named Abhishek is accused of conspiracy to import millions of dollars worth of opium, cannabis, and contraband tobacco from the U.S. earlier this year. The RCMP announced last month Abhishek was charged with this man, 40-year-old Daniel Notoriani, a longtime Canada Border Services officer who was working at the Queenston-Lewiston border crossing in Niagara-on-the-Lake. Notoriani, who just last year received an Exemplary Service Award from the Governor-General of Canada, was charged alongside Abhishek in January, according to the RCMP. When it's alleged police found Notoriani allowed a transport truck filled with millions of dollars worth of drugs and tobacco to cross the border into Niagara region. The RCMP said the veteran Border Services officer, quote, did not follow CBSA policy when he allowed a truck filled with contraband to enter Canada. Abhishek appeared in court Thursday by phone from the Niagara Detention Centre, where he remains behind bars. Notoriani was granted bail last month. He was then charged with criminal breach of trust and released again from custody. Abhishek faces several charges that include conspiracy to commit an indictable offense, importing and exporting a substance, possession for the purpose of trafficking and distributing drugs, and trafficking contraband tobacco. The accused are scheduled to return to a St. Catharines courtroom next week. The allegations against them have not been tested in court. Mike Arcelidis, CTV News, Barrie.
Provincial police are investigating a fatal crash north of Parry Sound. It happened just after 7 last night on Highway 69 near Woods Road in Carling Township. Very few details are being released, but police say the crash involved 2 vehicles. The OPP Traffic Incident Management Enforcement Team was on the scene investigating the crash. No word on any charges. A man was taken to hospital after a crash between a car and a cyclist in Barrie early this morning. Police say the call came in just before 7 o'clock near Mapleview Drive West and the southbound Highway 400 off-ramp. A man was riding a bike and taken to hospital with what are being described as serious, rather minor injuries. No further details have been released. No word on any charges. No one was injured when a fire broke out in Barrie's West End this afternoon. Fire crews were called to Pringle Drive around 12:30 for a garage fire. Officials say all people in the home were evacuated safely. The fire was out just after 1:30. No word on the cause. A major relief at the pumps today with double-digit drops for gas and diesel, but the yo-yo-like price changes are almost as frustrating for drivers and businesses as the actual cost of fuel. CTV's Rob Cooper reports.
It's painful how much gas is right now, especially with everything else going on with high inflation, with grocery prices. It's definitely hurting the wallet right now. It's tough to survive.
This morning's slight price drop has helped ease some of the pain, but people say they know it's only for a short time. Many businesses say they've held off as long as they can without passing some of the costs on.
To go to some place, I don't know, just say pick Innisfil or something like that, we charge $20. So it isn't enough to cover even the gas or my guys.
Mike Rudkins is better known as Mike the Mattress Guy. He's been in business for 50 years in Barrie and says he's been able to hold off on hiking charges through adjustments in the way he operates.
Instead of doing one delivery here to Midland and then going back up there the next day, we're trying to do as many as we can in the same area all the time.
Food to clothing to flowers, everyone is feeling the pain at the pumps. McLaughlin McGirt owns Burns Flowers and Gifts in Alliston.
Yeah, we are on the brink of increasing our prices. We've resisted over the last year in increasing them, and even before the war, we had all seen the prices increase. But we're at that point now where we're probably going to have to increase a little.
Gas price insiders say the price of gas lately has been its highest since the summer of 2022.
That's nothing you can do. You just got to be smart with your money and smart with your gas usage and go from there.
Now, people filling up today tell me they find themselves in a bit of a catch-22. On one hand, they want the best possible price they can get, but admit if the tank is empty, they have no choice but to fill up. Some suggesting if the price is too high, they may only fill half a tank and hope for the best the next day. Rob Cooper, CTV News, Barrie.
Big news tonight for shoppers in Wasaga Beach. Costco's officially announced it's coming to town. Now, the town says the wholesaler has been issued a building permit to begin construction at 345 Lions Court. The $50 million project will bring more than 370 jobs to the community. The building will be 162,000 square feet and will include a tire center, gas bar, and garden center. Construction is set to begin this spring. Doors could open as early as this fall. Casey Colby's here with our first look at weather. Casey.
Kind of feels like fall out here, Jack. I'll tell you, it's kind of damp. I came out here at first and didn't think the toque was required or the gloves, but now, not a bad idea. Dampness goes right through. Spring dampness, I might add, as opposed to the fall. Let's take a look. A first look at you will. This is First Look at the Forecast, brought to you by thegraveldrivewayguy.com, your local gravel driveway expert. 4 degrees out here. 4? Yes. But it's those winds, those northwest winds, 15 kilometers an hour, gusting as high as about 30 a little later on. Temperature outside your door as we speak. Hotspot, Toronto, Ontario, 6 degrees. 3 in Newmarket, 4 here in Barrie, 4 in Gravenhurst. I'll tell you, it's 4 degrees in Aurelia, and it looks like 1 lonely degree in Collingwood. Yes, the showers, they've moved on. The cloud cover's still here. It's still very damp, as I've suggested, yes. And coming up in the next little while, yes, we've put up with some shower activity, mixed precipitation, although we didn't get the snow that we thought we might get. I'll let you know what's in store for tomorrow and the one bright spot for today. The one bright spot. I'll let you know what it is coming up in a few minutes' time. Back inside, Jack.
Casey, at least I'm looking forward to it. Now, you might be asking yourself, Where's Sarah? Well, tonight she's returning as a judge at the 14th annual Barrie Dancing with the Easter Seals Stars. Let's head there now. She joins us live from Liberty North. So Sarah, you got your dancing shoes on?
As a matter of fact, Jack, I do. I'm going to pay for it dearly wearing these stilettos a little later, but it's funny. I actually did this competition years ago in Ottawa, and much like singing in front of people, Jack, dancing makes me tremendously nervous. So I have a lot of respect for the competitors that are getting out on the dance floor tonight. Now, this is the 14th year that Dancing with the Stars Easter Seals Barrie has been put on, and they have raised over $1 million during that time. All of it goes not only to the Easter Seals Foundation, which supports children with physical disabilities, but also the two fully accessible camps, not only to fund the camp, but also to send the children there. Now, you might be able to hear the music in the background, little Michael Jackson. That's because the theme for tonight is the king of pop meets the king of rock, a little Elvis. So it's only fitting that I look the part. Dave, hit it. I'm off.
All right, well, we will have more with our resident Elvis impersonator coming up just a little bit later in the show. The South Muskoka Hospital Foundation is celebrating tonight after getting $1 million gift, and the donor, they're no stranger. Local philanthropist Bob Jacob made that donation today, 6 months after his last $1 million gift. He's now donated more than $2.2 million, making him the largest living donor in the hospital's history.
Well, I believe in the community. I believe in the hospital and the services it provides. I've used the hospital a number of times over the last number of years, and although in your words, it's a large amount. When you look at the donations to the GTA hospitals in Toronto, it's a very small amount.
Our hope is that it encourages others and inspires others to see how they can make a difference and what they can do as well. And we always say this, and we truly mean this, that every dollar counts. So no matter what level your giving is, it's the fact that you're part of the picture and that you want to be part of making a difference.
In recognition of that donation, the South Muskoka Hospital has honored Bob and his late wife Lynn with their names above the visitor entrance. The province is putting forward legislation to reduce how long prospective teachers are in school. CTV's Queen's Park Bureau Chief Siobhan Morris has more on those proposed changes.
What is media?
Ontario's teacher crunch is tightening, with more educators leaving and waves of increased immigration in recent years. So the government's making changes designed to get more teachers into classrooms and faster.
We would shorten teacher education from 2 years and 4 semesters to 1 year, delivered in 3 consecutive semesters.
The province also wants new teaching candidates to get more than the 80 days of practical experience they do now.
So that they're in front of the class and they know what to expect when they get there, so that they can manage a classroom.
There will be higher pay for mentor teachers who take on novices, and looking at ways to add people who already have experience with kids.
For example, those with early childhood education backgrounds or those with work youth experience. By recognizing prior learning, we're attracting the best and the brightest to join the teaching profession.
This only opens the front door, and right now teachers are walking out the back.
The Ontario Teachers Federation estimates 48,000 registered teachers are choosing not to work in the sector. Many leave the profession within 5 years.
We know the reasons they're not in the classroom is because of the working conditions, which are directly related to the learning conditions of the students that are in front of us.
Conditions that education union leaders call unsustainable.
We're talking about larger class sizes, unmet student needs in terms of supports that just aren't there.
And violence between students and against teachers. The Minister of Education believes more practicum time will help with that.
The ministry will also be looking at its program, the new teacher induction program, and looking at how we can better support new teachers as well.
All of these measures are part of a bill that will be tabled on Monday. Also in there, the long-awaited changes to school board governance, including whether or not trustees are sticking around. Siobhan Morris, CTV News.
The federal Liberals are taking part in day 2 of their national convention in Montreal. That's a warm welcome last night for the Liberals' newest member, Sarnia area MP Marilyn Gladue, who crossed the floor to join the party earlier this week. Their convention comes days before 3 by-elections, including 2 in Toronto, where the Liberals could cement a majority government. The convention wraps up tomorrow with Prime Minister Carney to speak to party faithful in the afternoon. The crew of Artemis II will soon pierce the Earth's atmosphere and drop into the Pacific Ocean off the coast of California. Capping off a historic mission, humans returned to the moon for the first time since 1972. CTV's Joy Malbon is tracking the Orion capsule as the countdown continues.
With a wake-up song, now the riskiest part of this historic moon mission, re-entering Earth's atmosphere. It's the trickiest part of their ride home. Just ask the pilot, Victor Glover.
We have to get back, and riding a fireball through the atmosphere is profound as well.
To ride that fireball, a special coating on the bottom of the Orion capsule, protecting the astronauts from extreme heat. The last uncrewed mission didn't go so well, but NASA is confident Orion's modified heat shield and a new angle of re-entry will get them home safe.
Then they'll start to brush into the upper atmosphere, and it'll suddenly get heavier and heavier and heavier as they're being pushed from below.
The Artemis crew has traveled deeper into space than any other humans, giving us striking new celestial images of the moon and planet Earth. Reflecting on it all, Canada's Jeremy Hansen.
We live on a fragile planet in the vacuum and the void of space. Our purpose on the planet as humans is to find joy, to find the joy in lifting each other up by creating solutions together instead of destroying.
There were unforgettable moments. A moon crater named after Commander Reed Weissman's late wife.
It's a bright spot on the moon, and we would like to call it Carol.
Talking to the Prime Minister.
The Canadians are so proud of what you're doing.
The U.S. President.
Congratulations to everybody. I'll see you at the Oval Office.
Fixing a lunar loo.
We definitely have to fix some of the plumbing.
And chasing a floating Nutella jar.
Integrity systems are in good shape.
As they prepare to come back home.
I just want to look at my daughters, Ellie and Katie, and just say I love you.
Family and the world waits. Joy Malbon, CTV News, Washington.
The Barrie Colts have the day off after winning Game 1 of their second-round matchup with the Ottawa 67s last night.
Hemming to Zabeski, shot scores! Mason Zabeski opens the scoring in the second round.
Mason Zabeski made it 1-0 for the Colts just 33 seconds into the game. Co-captain Kayshawn Aitchison made it 2-0 5 minutes later. Ottawa got on the board in the second to cut that lead in half, but then Barrie scored the next 2 goals on their way to a 4-2 victory and a 1-0 series lead. The two teams will be back at it tomorrow at Sadlin Arena. Puck drop 7:30.
The road to the Memorial Cup is brought to you by the Boots and Hearts Barn Burner Charity Hockey Game.
Still to come, giving it their all to send kids to camp. The Barrie Baycats fundraiser today to provide local youth with the opportunity to go to baseball camp this summer. Plus, nearly 1,000 doctors are taken to the ice in our region to help raise money for local charities and community causes. You're watching CTV News Barrie. Trading scalpels for skates, these doctors know how to hold their own on the hockey rink.
I'm 72 years old and this is my 40th tournament.
That's Docs on Ice. Southern Georgian Bay is part of North America's largest physician-only hockey tournament. It started back in 1983 by the late Dr. Peter Howers, a urologist and passionate hockey player whose love of the game and commitment to giving back continue to shape the event today. This one held in Wasaga Beach.
doctors in every community across this great country are scarce, and we love them, we respect them, and we want to help them. And this is also an opportunity for Wasaga Beach and the surrounding area to meet not only our existing doctors, but new doctors.
This year's charity is called Events for Life. It's a Thornbury-based organization that look after, or at least help with, disabled adults. And this gives them an opportunity to be involved with the day program with an emphasis on life skills, arts and crafts, sports recreation.
The Docs on Ice tournament continues into tomorrow at arenas across Collingwood, Wasaga Beach, Stayner, Creemore, Thornbury, and Meaford. From the mound to the mats, a home run of a morning as the Barrie Baycats teamed up with a local gym focused on functional fitness.
F45 is a structured class where we have different stations throughout the room and coaches here to help out with the members. So it is programmed for all fitness levels.
My name is Josh Mallow. I'm the president of the Barrie Baycats. We do this fundraiser for the last 4 years. This time we're now at Southeast.
The annual Send a Kid to Camp fundraiser brought Baycats players, coaches, fans, and fitness lovers out to F45 Barrie Southeast for a morning of high-energy exercise with a focus on teamwork and fun.
We've sent over 30 kids to camp just through the F45 campaign alone. We want to build the momentum on this and continue this campaign that we've been running for 4 years, and we'll hopefully continue this, throughout the next couple of years. But it gives kids an opportunity to come out and learn the game of baseball, maybe give them an opportunity they might never had otherwise.
Community is a big part of what we do, and that extends past these four walls. So when we heard we had an opportunity to help send some kids to camp, we thought, let's do it.
All proceeds go directly towards sending kids to Baycats baseball camps, helping break financial barriers and making the game more accessible to families in the community. It's a show for the whole family, starring Basil, Shuffle, Swing, Nellie, and Bongo, and it's coming to Midland. That's right, the Canine Circus stars more than 20 dogs and a mystery pig in a show that promises to have you barking for more. Many of these talented dogs are in fact rescues, trained and cared for by their new owners who perform with them. The show is an all-ages event full of magic, laughter, and surprise.
Dogs are smart creatures, but when you see them, doing these tricks and listening to these commands, and it really is, it's incredible.
The Canine Circus comes to the Midland Cultural Center this Sunday. For more information on all our local events, along with other stories, you can go to our website. That's where you can watch our news live online and find all our local stories and breaking news as it happens. Just head to ctvnews.ca/Barrie or scan the QR code on your screen. Still to come, we'll head back to Liberty North in Barrie to check in on the 14th annual Barrie Dancing with the Easter Seal Stars. But first, let's head out to the Garden to check on KC.
Sure, it's damp and chilly, but the air quality is outstanding. Chef's kiss, you might say, as far as air quality goes. Outstanding right across South Central Ontario. Is it to stay that way? Well, I'll have that answer for you. And the forecast coming up in just a moment's time. And our weather watcher artiste, have a look. Emma says, can't wait to get down to the Centennial Park Playground this weekend. Nicely done. You're watching CTV News Barrie.
Hi, we're Martin and Steph
from Bounce 104.1.
And next week on the show, get ready to start your engines. We're giving away tickets to a monster truck show at the Sadlin Arena.
So make sure you're listening Monday to Friday from 5:30 to 10 for your chance to win.
Picture this, brought to you by Bounce 104.1 and Pure Country 106.
A big thank you to everyone who took time to send in those pictures. This week's theme was Glimpses of Spring, and congrats to Monty's Rescue, who had the picture of the week. We're going to continue the theme next week, so show us how spring is showing up where you are. Snap a photo and send it to us at picturethis@ctv.ca. Now, KC, I didn't know we had such good nature photographers in our audience. Some of those pictures were absolutely incredible.
They truly are, aren't they? We really do. We have some of the most talented photographers and on staff, I might add. Had to be good to show some love to the camera guys, right? Camera guys? Yeah, that's right. Let's talk about Mother Nature showing us a little love, right? As far as the weather forecast goes. Is there any? Of course there is. Maybe not right now, but 4 degrees in Owen Sound, well, that's okay, it's tolerable. 4 degrees in Gravenhurst, 3 in Newmarket, 3 in Alliston, 3 in Parry Sound, still 1 lonely degree. Go Collingwood way, yes. Almanac for today, 4 and -1, that's the high, that's the low. A record on this day, 23 degrees back in 2017, and a record -12.2 way back in 1909. Sunrise is 6:41, sets at 7:58, 13 hours, 16 minutes of daylight. There's the forecast radar as rolled to you by our friend Adam. Well done, Adam. And that's good news because the things look like they're clearing, right? Yes, they are clearing. Well done, Adam. As usual. Partly cloudy skies overnight. Southern tip of Georgian Bay, Lake Simcoe. 0, -2 for the overnight low. Slight chance of, Environment Canada says it could come down as a flurry. Just a slight chance. Yeah, leave it at that. 7 and 8 degrees, 6 in and around Penetang and Midland. And it looks like mostly sunny skies tomorrow for you to enjoy on a Saturday. Very well done. Thank you very much, Mother Nature. Now, please deliver. Orangeville, Bradford, Georgina, Newmarket, Richmond Hill, -3, cloudy skies, 30% chance of a passing shower, but nothing really to speak of, really. I mean, it's oh so slight, but we will mention it. Double digits, mainly sunny conditions. 11 degrees for your Saturday tomorrow. Get out and go for a walk or a run or a cycle or take the dog out or the cat out. Parry Sound, Huntsville, Bracebridge, Gravenhurst, Halliburton, -2 overnight. Mainly cloudy skies. 30% chance of a shower and or a passing flurry for this evening. And then for tomorrow, 8 and 9 degrees, clearing skies into Saturday. That spells sunshine. Does it want to stick around, though? Where's that answer? It's found in the Diamond and Diamond Lawyers 5-day extended forecast. And here we go. 5-day extended forecast, Jack. Coming at you. Here comes the cloud cover. As if we haven't had enough. 6 degrees on Sunday, and at this point, rain. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, cloudy skies. 40% chance of showers on the Monday, 60 on Tuesday and Wednesday, but it's staying mild. 17, 12, 17 degrees. That's good. 8 degrees on Sunday for the 5-day extended forecast for York region. Cloudy skies, rain, and then 20 degrees on Monday, cloudy, 40% chance of shower activity. Tuesday just looks like cloud cover. That's it, no showers. And slight chance of a shower on the Wednesday, 17 degrees. We're mild. Let's go compare Sound Halliburton. At this point, Sunday looks like cloudy and rain-snow combination. I would say it's just going to be rain because 5-6 degrees, yeah, that sounds kind of mild, doesn't it? 14 even milder on the Monday. Lots of cloud cover, 40% chance of showers, and 60% chance of showers both on the Tuesday and the Wednesday. But we're in double digits, and with any luck during the day anyway, we're to stay in double digits, Jack, and I know that makes you happy. Back inside.
Yeah, it absolutely does, KC. Now, as we mentioned a little bit earlier in the newscast, tonight is Dancing with the Stars competition in support of Easter Seals Ontario. That's where we find our Sarah Freemark tonight. She's one of the judges, and she joins us live once again. Sarah, I hear it's about dinner time now?
It's a little hard to hear you because we are about to kick things off here at the 14th annual Dancing with the Easter Seals Barrie Stars. Joining me now is Charlene Mike. She's the development manager for Easter Seals Ontario. It's so great to be back with you. Tell me about, you've raised over $1 million over the past 14 years. How does that help the children?
Well, you know what? Our community has over 700 kids with physical disabilities. So an event like this, it's not just about the dancing tonight. We create independence, freedom, and dignity tonight. wheelchairs, walkers, and the kids get to go to camp. But take a look at this room. Everybody loves to come, and tonight's about Michael Jackson and Elvis Presley.
How are you when it comes to the moonwalk, Charlene?
I can do this.
Oh, look at this Davy doll. She's got the moonwalk going on. Thank you so much. I know you've got a lot to do. Okay, our top fundraiser tonight. He's one of 8 competitors. Mark Tilley, how are you feeling? Are you ready to embrace? Is it Elvis or Michael Jackson in your case?
I'm actually doing Elvis. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. It's going to be good. I mean, got a great crowd. Raised a lot of money for the kids. I mean, it's a perfect night.
Let's tell people about that. How much did you end up raising, Mark?
I think between $12,000 and $13,000. I think as a group we're near $55,000.
Plus, yes, with the 10 tables, you were here last year. What about that inspired you? You wanted to come back. You wanted to be a dancer. You wanted to do more.
You know, you get to send a kid to camp or buy something. Things we do every day. We get to reach out and give someone a chance to do that, and that's everything. I mean, life's too fast and everything's stressful. Makes it great. I mean, let's give them a chance.
Well, and finally, talking about life being too fast, you're a professional race car driver. Over the years, you said that you've actually seen people living with disabilities and they're not able to access services like others. Is that part of the reason why you're so inspired to help?
Yeah, it puts a real piece to my heart. I've been fortunate enough to travel pretty well all over North America and race, and yeah, it's you know what? Bring a tear to my eye.
Oh, well, I'm not going to do that for you because the music is starting. I'll let you go. You've got to be in the opening number. Things are getting underway here at Liberty North. As you mentioned, Jack, I am one of the judges. I'm so excited to be back here tonight. Thank you to everyone who supported. And thank you to our viewers for always being so fantastic. I'll see you on Monday. Good night.
All right, thanks, Sarah. It's a chance to explore the untold history of a place you've been many times and raise money for a good cause.
Thank you for always being there through all the seasons of my life. Blessed Sunnidale.
Untold Sunnidale uncovers the history of one of East Barrie's most beloved outdoor places. With its playground, tree walk and arboretum, Sunnidale Park is an icon of Barrie, and the people gathered at Dorian Parker Centre last night learning a bit more about how it came to be.
It was the Barrie Golf Course before the Barrie Golf Course moved to St. Vincent Street. So there was a developer that wanted to make this into housing, and a lot of people fought back about that, and Dorian Parker championed it, and that is why we have this Sunnidale Park today.
The money raised goes to support the Barrie Historical Archive and Redwood Park communities, preserving our past and building our future. The Princess Margaret Home Lottery early bird deadline is midnight tonight. Buy your tickets to be in to win a $2.6 million early bird prize, a Halliburton lakefront cottage, and $50,000 cash. The 4-bedroom, 2,600 square foot cottage is nestled on the shores of Halliburton Lake. The Spring Home Lottery has over 11,000 prizes valued at more than $11 million. The $8.5 million grand prize includes a Thornhill show home and $500,000 in cash. Get your tickets today at princessmargaretlotto.com or call that number on your screen. Still to come, digging into a prehistoric discovery, how new Canadian research is transforming our understanding of the ancient world. Plus, we'll recap tonight's stories. You're watching CTV News Barrie. Recapping our top stories, a second teen has been arrested after a brawl behind Bear Creek Secondary School in Barrie, where one of those involved brought a machete. The 15-year-old faces weapons and assault charges, as well as disguised with intent. He's since been released on bail. Yo-yo price changes at the pump is proving almost as frustrated as the actual cost of fuel. Businesses and drivers tell us the flip-flopping price has made it difficult to predict what it'll actually cost to get somewhere. Some try to wait, but those with empty tanks have to pay what it costs. The Artemis II crew, including Canadian Jeremy Henson, will be back on terra firma soon. After a 10-day slingshot ride past the dark side of the moon, it's the furthest anyone has been away from the Earth. The Orion capsule is set for splashdown in just a few minutes. Newly uncovered fossils in Newfoundland and Labrador are redefining how scientists understand the prehistoric world. CTV's Garrett Barrie has more on what's bringing researchers to the rock.
before the age of the animals. Before anything really roamed the earth, proto-animals like this rangiomorph thrived on the ocean floor.
It would look a lot like a leaf, but it would have been waving up in the air.
New research in Newfoundland suggests that these creatures, found in Conception Bay, lived millions of years later than we thought.
The exciting thing is that it's much, much younger than we've ever expected these forms to be.
Long enough that they were alive and affected by something called the Kotlin crisis, what we can now consider a mass extinction event, bigger than the extinction that wiped out the dinosaurs.
Completely changed the shape of the ecology of the world. 80% of things missing from the world. Everybody knew there was an extinction event there, but what we have now is an extra 20% or so of diversity.
Using what's called isotope dilution therapy ionization mass spectrometry, researchers learned just how old these specks of zircon are. They were found inside the volcanic ash that covered these proto-animals.
Luckily for us, and unluckily for them, they're just, hanging around, minding their own business, and then a volcano erupts somewhere and deposits a pile of ash, volcanic ash, so an igneous rock, right on top of them, and it actually preserves them.
With evidence that this crisis was a true mass extinction event and that it happened here in Newfoundland and Labrador, this province has become a much more attractive place for this type of research. There's plenty of questions left to ask, like why did the Kotlin crisis happen, and what can it tell us about the history of life on Earth?
But now we can, colleagues can probably go to those sections, measure things like the different types of elements that are in the rocks, and try to answer those questions.
It's one more line in the story of the deep, distant past, preserved just under our feet. Garrett Barrie, CTV News, St. John's.
There was a spectacular show in Hawaii yesterday. One of the world's most active volcanoes spewed lava into the air.
So alive, and powerful.
The fountain from Kilauea shot molten rock 200 meters high. The National Park Service warned visitors to wear long sleeves, pants, and eye protection because of ash and volcanic fragments. Kilauea has erupted dozens of times since 1952. In business news, Statistics Canada says the labour market added 14,000 jobs in March. The job gains were mostly in line with what economists expected. They represent a modest rebound from sharp losses in January and February. Canada's unemployment rate held steady at 6.7%. Today's data marks the Bank of Canada's last look at labour markets before making its next interest rate decision, April 29th. The TSX was up 218 points. The Dow was down 269. The Nasdaq was up 80. In commodities, oil was down, closing at $96.57 a barrel. Gold was down, finishing at $4,787 an ounce. Our dollar was down, ending the day at 72.33 cents U.S. The Toronto Raptors will look to tighten their grip on a playoff spot when they take on the New York Knicks in their second-to-last regular season game tonight.
Depends on the baseline, so you can try to recover back to your own.
B.I. going to throw it down off of Ware, stays with it. Get out of the way, Khalil.
The team beat the Miami Heat last night with Brandon Ingram scoring his season-high 38 points. The win pushed the Raptors into 5th place in the NBA's Eastern Conference, a step closer to clinching their first playoff appearance since 2022. Tip-off for tonight's game against the Knicks is set for just after 7:30 in New York. Single-game tickets for the Toronto Tempo went on sale this morning. The team will play their first game of preseason contest April 29th. The Tempo has begun to fill out its inaugural roster, having selected 11 players in the WNBA's expansion draft. They'll add to that on Monday when they make 4 draft picks. Opening night for the league's regular season is May 8th. The Toronto Blue Jays will be looking for a second straight win as they begin a series with Minnesota Twins tonight.
Runner goes from first. The throw down, and it bounces away, and Schneider is in to score.
The team is coming off a 4-3 win over the Los Angeles Dodgers Wednesday afternoon. That victory snapped a 6-game losing streak. First pitch for tonight's game against Minnesota is set for just after 7 at the Rogers Center. Still to come, the art of the latte. We'll have more on a York Region barista who's been recognized globally for his skills. You're watching CTV News Barrie.
Country 106. Central Ontario's home for the best country music. Listen for your chance to win $50,000 with Pure Country.
Taking a look at your primetime lineup for tonight. At 8 o'clock, our CTV2 movie, X-Men First Class, and CTV News at 11. A barista in York region has been recognized globally, and now he's getting ready to show off his skills at the World Latte Artist Competition next year. CTV's Corey Biard has a first look at his creations.
For many, it's morning's top priority.
Could I get a medium coffee black, please? How important is coffee in your daily routine?
Oh, I don't wake up without the coffee.
It's mandatory. I need it to survive.
A function for some, art form for others.
Latte art is a way for me to express art in another kind of way.
This is Arthur Chu. He's a latte artist, and we aren't talking the paint-by-numbers variety either. His caffeinated creations have won him 2 Canadian Latte Art Championships. This foamy stag sealed his victory this year.
So this one is the background, which is a tree. And then the antler of the stag, his eye, his ear, his nose, his facial structure, his front legs, his back leg.
He traded in a business degree for the art world, a coffee mug, his chosen canvas.
Distributing the grinds gently.
Arthur is about to take his show on the road. Next stop, the 2027 World Latte Art Championships.
The animal that I'm going to feature on the world stage would be a tiger, a stag, and a timber wolf as well.
His designs are intricate, but he says success isn't complicated. Just outwork your competition.
In my day offs or even after shifts here, is that I practice at least 50 cups per day.
With hands this steady, he's clearly not sampling too many of his creations. 2 national titles makes you a big deal in the coffee community, and here at Markham's Hatch Coffee Roasters, customers frequently seek him out.
I do take requests, but then if you see a line here, I probably don't.
Corey Baird, CTV News, Markham.
Well, Casey, is that a coffee you travel to Markham for? What do you think?
I sure would, Jack. I'd love him to do a turkey. What would you like him to do on your latte?
An owl. I want to see an owl.
Owl. Very, very nicely done. Well, who knows?
I think he probably could do it.
Who knows? It took a while, Jack. Took a while. Let's talk about the get up and go, though, because that's not going to take very long. Things are changing as we speak. There it is, right there. Predominantly cloudy skies start things off at 7 o'clock in the morning. 1 lonely degree in Barrie. And it looks like at this point, much the same situation, maybe a little cooler, -1 in Newmarket, clearing skies, and much the same throughout our entire region. It looks like -1 degree at 7 o'clock in the morning in Gravenhurst, clearing skies. Have yourself a fantastic evening and a fantastic weekend, Jack.
You're a hoot, Casey. Well, that is our newscast for tonight. I'm Jack Morse. Thank you for watching. I'll be back with your news at 11. Good night.